Good evening, everyone. My name is Fauzia. I would like to welcome all of you to this webinar. It is our privilege to have you with us today. We are now ready to begin the webinar. The only way to worry about nothing is to pray about everything. Let's immerse ourselves in the presence of God through prayer song.
கருவாக்கி உருவாக்கி எனையாண்டு காத்தருளும் இறைவா நன்றி. எங்கும் நிறைந்தோனே, எல்லை இலாதானே, எங்கேயும் எப்போதும் என் குலம் காப்பவனே. நெஞ்சம் துணிய துணையாய் வருவாய், நேர்மறை உணர்வுகள் பெருகிடச் செய்வாய், உடலில் உறுதியை பெரிதாய் கருவாக்கி உருவாக்கி எனையாண்டு காத்தருளும் இறைவா நன்றி. எங்கும் நிறைந்தோனே, எல்லை இலாதானே, எங்கேயும் எப்போதும் என் குலம் காப்பவனே. நெஞ்சம் துணிய துணையாய் வருவாய், நேர்மறை உணர்வுகள் பெருகிடச் செய்வாய், உடலில் உறுதியை பெரிதாய் தருவாய், உனை உணரும் அறிவை என்னுள் அருள்வாய். சுற்றமனைத்தும் காப்பவனே, செய்தொழிலில் ஏற்றம் தருபவனே, எடுத்த செயலில் வெற்றி கொடு, என் ஆற்றல் பெருகிட அருளை கொடு. கருவாக்கி உருவாக்கி எனையாண்டு காத்தருளும் இறைவா நன்றி. வல்லமை தந்து நீ வளர்ச்சி கொடு, அகத்திலும் புறத்திலும் மலர்ச்சி கொடு. வளர்ச்சி கொடு, வளர்ச்சி கொடு, வளர்ச்சி கொடு.
The journey of thousand milestones begins with one step. May I now invite Dr. A. Meghala, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Computer Science, to welcome the gathering.
Thank you, Fauzia. A warm good evening to our respected Vice Principal, resource person, colleagues, and dear students. Henry Ford said that coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. Indeed, it gives me an immense pleasure to start auspicious occasion by heartily welcoming everyone present for this 3 days webinar on research methodology and recent trends in information technology. First and foremost, I welcome Dr. Xavier Rajaratnam, Vice Principal, Academics, Shift 1, Sacred College. Sir is a backbone of our activities and always believing us in all our academical endeavor. I welcome you, sir. I take this opportunity to welcome the resource person of the day, Dr. R. Rajkumar, Faculty of Data Science and Business System, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai. I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. I absolutely believe that your expertise will highly inspire and beneficial to our students. Next, I welcome Professor Puvili, the head of the Department of PG Computer Science. She is motivating and standing with us in all our activities to reach success. I welcome you, ma'am. And also, I welcome Ms. D. Gajalakshmi, Faculty of Computer Science, to this program. I welcome you, ma'am. I especially welcome our college faculty members and other college faculty members to this program. We welcome you, ma'am, and sirs. Dear students, without your active participation, this type of programs will be meaningless. I assure that this program will empower your academical standards. Once again, I welcome you all to this program. Kindly listen, participate, and reach highly. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. To be inspired is great, but to be an inspiration is an honor, says Thomas Jefferson. Now I invite Professor M. Puvili, Head PG Department of Computer Science, to introduce the resource person. We welcome you, ma'am.
Good evening to all. It's give me immense pleasure to introduce our resource person, Dr. R. Rajkumar, faculty in Data Science and Business Systems under School of Computing at SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai. He is passionate on training, writing, research and development. He is interested in strategy and policy making. He is expertise in brain-computer interface, artificial intelligence, compiler design, e-learning technologies, AR, VR, and MR. His research work published in various international journals and presented in various national and international conferences. He has organized a number of technical conferences in national and international engineering forums. He is inviting to give speech about technologies and skills to various industries and institutions and media. His awards and recognitions: he has been awarded as Best Innovative Professor from Lifeline Awards India. His team got Best Network Team, won Global IET Awards London. He was awarded Technology and Youth Empowerment by Curtin University, Dubai. He has been awarded as Inspiring Author of India for his book India 2030 from Indian Awards, Calcutta. He has been awarded one of the 100 Youth Icon of India by GWF Chennai. He was awarded Innovator of the Year 2009 by CII Cognizant Innovation Contest. Experiences: 8 years of academic experience in SRM, 2 years of industrial experience in HCL Infosystems Limited, 1 year research and development experience in IBM India. Professional memberships: professional member in IEEE USA, professional member of Institute of Engineer and Technology, professional member of Chennai EdTech Club, professional member of Professional Speakers Association, professional member of Institute of Engineering, lifetime membership of Computer Society of India, Mumbai. Notable positions in associations: Honorary Member of IISC Association, Calcutta, Vice President of Tamil Nadu Kayak Water Sports Association, Chennai, Vice President of International Association of Sports and ICT, New Delhi. Notable positions in industries: Chief Advisor in Irarity LLC USA, Technology Consultant in Cortino Sports Private Limited, Coimbatore, Technology Consultant in Brainwaves Neuro Rehab Research Private Limited, Chennai, Technology Evangelist in Glossop Limited, Singapore. His funded projects: awarded fund rupees 9.98 lakhs for mixed reality application in medical education at a medical college, hospital and research center, Katangalathur, Chennai. Awarded fund rupees 2.57 lakhs for virtual reality games for paralysis patients treatment from New Gen Fund, Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi. Awarded fund rupees 7 lakhs from DST Niti Aayog scheme for prototype development for VR medical tech product. Got seed fund for PET STAP mobile app development for Indian Council of Medical Research, New Delhi. His publications in international journals, Scopus and Web of Sciences, 34 papers. Number of citations, 26. And he has published 8 Indian patents and 2 international patents granted. His books are: authored a book, India 2030 at 2017, released by Dr. Kiran Kumar, Chairman, ISRO. Co-authored a book, Panorama Yearbook 2020, Article Intellectual Properties of India. Co-authored a book, Panorama Yearbook 2021, Article Digital Literacy of India. Co-authored a book, The Hindu Yearbook 2022, Article 5th Generation Network. We are happy to have you as a resource person, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Life is beautiful not because of the things we see or do. Life is beautiful because of the people we meet. Now I request Dr. R. Rajkumar, Assistant Professor, Faculty in Data Science and Business Systems, School of Computing, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai, to brief us about the webinar on research methodology and recent trends in information technology. Welcome you, sir.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. A small network disturbance. Okay. Just a minute. I am just sharing my screen over here. 2 minutes. Whether my screen is visible? Can anyone
Yes,
please
sir.
confirm it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then good. Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with our today's topic. Today, actually, there are 2 things we have to discuss. One thing is about the research methodology and how to do the research, and what is the pain points and what actually we have to focus on the research. So these are the things we are going to see about. I hope my screen is also visible completely, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So I am using some kind of the slide which is can be, you can see also.
PPT is not visible, sir.
So PPC is not visible. Just a minute. Yeah, that the same way only I am just visiting, seeing the PPT. That's, we have the screen right along with me. Now can you get it? The images coming
Yes,
here,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is what my PPT. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't have any separate PPT. So there is an option. I can make it a PPT. Now the image is visible, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, then good. So then and there I will come there in a screen and then I will ask some questions. So tell me, what is the research according to your viewpoint? Maybe is it the tough or easy or not an idea? Three answers you can answer. Whether it's tough or easy or maybe not an idea. Let me check the answers. If you want to just give a tough, sir, very good. Okay. Okay. So only one answer I got it so far. Okay. So I have some other questions also. I mean, for this quote actually we can take it forward for our today's topic. Research is actually what actually I'm doing when I don't know what I'm doing. So maybe it can be confusing, but I will explain you in maybe end of today's date. And today we will go see a small video about the research. So normally the research is about the creation of the new knowledge. So new knowledge means it can be the opposite of the whichever already we have created, and it can be the very new knowledge which is very freshly we can make it not made it for that. So it's a kind of the new knowledge. Okay. So let me stop up to this, then we can proceed with the other details. So the research is about, first of all, we have to study what others are doing it. Unless until if others whatever we are doing it we are not studying, we cannot focus on our actually primary research. So first of all we have to study maybe the literature or maybe the text or anything, even though watching YouTube videos also is a part of the research. But after that we have to make some kind of the questions, we can make it our own, and then we can have the conclusion in end of the research. Okay, so this is the simple thing you can check out. What is that actually the research? Can any of you make it louder for this quote? Whether it is visible in your own screen? Am I connected? Am I connected?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So research is about it's a kind of the study what all others are doing. Okay, and then we can make it some points from rest of the things, all the researchers, and then we can make our own research. So this is the way we can actually doing the research. It's not about we are doing and research from the born by birth you are a genius like that. Not like that anything. So we can make it complete study about all others are what others are doing in a separate field and particular field, and then we can make our own research. Maybe the new knowledge we have to explore it. So there are the two things of there are 6 points actually we can make it. One is it promotes the deep learning and removes the false information and helps in finding gaps in previous research and develop the interest in new topics, and it contributes the betterment of the field. Works as the means of the communication among the scholars. So this is about the different things actually we can make it for the doing the what is the advantage of the research. So first of all, it is not about the we are doing very new things. First, if someone is already done it, even though if you are doing finding fault of actually which is already doing that, that is also one of the part of the research. If you find the fault of someone is already done it, that is a kind of research. And if you are finding the gaps in the previous research, that is also one of the research. And maybe the develop the interest of the new topics, that is also one of the research. So research is to see what everybody is is to see what everybody else has to see and to think what nobody else has thought. So very new and innovative, and also it should be applicable for as a product. Nowadays actually we are concentrating on the product as well as for the every research, because now the COVID injection is actually the product, but before 2 years it was the research. Now it became the product. So every research, it should come as a result of the product, so that everyone can be avail the benefits of the research. So I will give a simple example. The research is like, it is not the earning kind of the money, and it is not the kind of the cooking, because some people are comparing with the cooking as a research, because we can do some kind of innovation. My opinion is it's just like a fighting, because if we have know the actually the problems, and we have to give this no we have to find the solution. So for that it's just like a fire, and it's just a firefighting. So whenever the fire is there, sometimes the fire can be triggered by someone else, just like a COVID. How actually the the after the COVID, the research has completed by we are creating the vaccination for that. But before that, there is no nothing like a COVID. So research is just like a firefighting. So for firefighting, what are the apparatus are required? I'm just comparing with the research field and then firefighting equipments. So normally the firefighting, we have this kind of equipments, right? So that could be a good equipments, and this kind of apparatus actually we can have our for the simple firefighting. So, and also maybe if you are a researcher, you are the firefighter. Okay, I'm just comparing with these three things. The tools usage, because normally the firefighting, we how to use the tools effectively. For example, if the fire is fighting, fire is there for the common fire. So that's why we have using the different tools. And if the fire is actually for the oil fire, that is a different tools. And the fire is completely in the in the just like the fire is completely in a floor, or maybe forest fire. In that, what kind of equipments we have to use it. So first of all, we should aware of the what are the research tools actually already available, and then only we can go for the firefighting. So surely, and this diagram, somebody is doing the firefighting, but if you could see that it's a kind of a teamwork. Though you cannot do the research by your own or alone. You should have the team, maybe the team of the students, or team of the faculty, or team of the with industry experts, or team of the which is having a same kind of the mindset, or it's a kind of frequency. You should have it. Then only you can able to do the research. So whatever the results, then and there we have to when it is arrived, you should please share to the someone else. So then they will be giving some kind of review or feedback about it. So then you can refine the your results and then you can do the process of the research. So should not do without discussing. If you are doing the research, end of the day it won't be the good research. So maybe you can discuss with your experts and colleagues or faculties. Maybe a small child also you can discuss whatever the language they can understand it. So then only your research can be matured. So research is discussion is very much important. Then only we can reach the goal. So first of all, we can have the small differentiation between the methodology and the methods. Since we have only 1 hour of time, but I just want to make sure that everyone can be understand the complete principles of the research, because at the end of the day, I mean today, I will allocate for the 10 minutes of the time for your own research to hear your research, and then I can give some kind of the ideas and supports for it. So first of all, keep it in mind. You have to your ideas on your own, then you just share me along, maybe at the end of this today's webinar, and that time we can have a discussion. So before that, please have a look. I just have whatever there in your mind, you just mix with it, and then you can think, your complete thought process. You have whatever there in your mind, you just compare with it, whatever I'm telling it right now. So there are two terms which is the we are calling as the research methods and research methodology. Research method is it's just like behaviors and instruments used in the selection and construction of the research technique. And research methodology is the science of the understanding how research is performed methodologically. So this is the two difference between the research methods and research methodology. So for the research method, it's just like finding the fault. It's just for a kind of research technique, and research methodology is about the creating a new thing. So that is about the research methodology. So there are two kind of research normally we are one is the quantitative research and another one is a qualitative research. So everywhere there is a data collection, data analysis required. If you are a fresher, you can have this kind of terms in your mind. So first one is quantitative research and qualitative research, and also the descriptive research and analytical research applied. See, these are the terms actually we are using it, but I will give a real-time example where to use it. Okay. So first, initially, I'm just giving these are the keywords actually, buzzwords actually we are using it right now. Then the fundamental research and exploratory research and conclusive research and surveys and case studies. So these are the research methodologies are there. Normally, we have these 5 types. One is a descriptive, whether yes or no, and experimental, it will be continuously, it is going on that, and correlative, from one to another, it will compare and then we can make the correlative results. And diagnostics, completely, we are discovering very new thing. And explanatory research, just like a discovering, I mean, completely we can make it possible from the statistics what kind of the data at the end of the day we are going to have it. So that's the kind of the types of the research design. So now I just go and share the few ideas what actually I have done it. So then I will compare with the actual syllabus today. So I'm just talking about my PhD research so that we can compare with what actually methodology. I mean, I have done my PhD. Whether am I connected?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma, thank you. So, have you seen anything like that in your lifetime? Okay, so this is the EEG, collector, which we can, just we can wear it and then we can collect our brainwave patterns. So my PhD is also, I'm collecting the brainwave patterns from that our brain, and then we can store it in a database and then we can analyze it. So that is what I have collected the data from this BCI called brain computer interface. So it's our lab, and I have my one of the alumni is a sponsor for this device. The device is actually the 1.5 lakhs device. One of my alumni has the sponsor for it, and so these are the brain waves actually we are generating. For example, if we are peak focus for brainwave means, so every time whenever we are thinking it, we should generate the brain waves. So normally our brain waves are like gamma, beta, alpha, theta, and delta. So gamma means once unless we are very much conscious, we are generating the gamma. And if you are alert as whenever you are studying it, for example, you are listening now my lecture. So now you are generating the beta if you are good alert. And alpha means if you are relaxedly you are seeing it, then you are generating the alpha waves. And if you are doing some kind of meditation, then you are generating the theta waves. And if you are doing some kind of the deep meditation, that's we called as sleep, right? So that there you will be generating the delta waves. So these are the waves actually we are generating every time in our brain. So I am just capturing this kind of the waves. So you can see now. So there is a device connected with my brain. I mean the head only. So whenever I am thinking it, so the waves are actually generated. So this is what the device functions. So normally I have collected the data from my students. So whenever I am just visualizing something, that time they will be generating the data that can be connected. And according to the research, this is not my research. This is the research from different researchers. So learning styles is different. According to the visual learners, they are learning the pictures, text, animation, diagrams, etc. I mean, they are seeing only by the, they are learned only by the seeing. And auditory learners are voice narration, audiobooks, and music and video. And also, read and write learners are self-study by text, own notes, and etc. And kinesthetic learners are physical actions and sense of touch, etc. So now you can guess about what is your learning style and how actually you are preferring for the learning. So my research is about only. So then you can scan this QR code if you are available in other devices also. Anything is possible if you are available. If you have two devices, once actually you are attending this webinar, and another device, we have one more device. If you have a Google Lens on that, is it possible to scan this image? I'm just displaying in full screen. Any one of you, please tell me. One or two member is, if it is scanned, it's okay. Because at the time, I mean, end of the day, I'll be giving a result also for the research. Maybe you also one of the participant for the research. If you have one more device, you may scan it from your device. Any luck to scan this? Yes or no? Okay. So anyway, I will continue that, and then we will see it one by one. So my research is about actually. So first of all, I just started, and then there is a questionnaires will be coming initially. From the questionnaires, I will start it, and then asking the name and age group, and what is your preference color and the learning style, and then what is your energy drink, and then it will go like that. So finally I will be concluding it whether the learner are introvert and extrovert or ambivert. So introvert learners are actually generating this kind of the waveform. You can see that. So introvert is the blue line. So whenever we are seeing the 2 minutes of 2-second content of the video content, they are generating this kind of waveform in the beta signals. So beta signals is the signals which we are generating whenever we are in the learning. So this is about the beta signals they are generating whenever they are in the alert. So the extrovert they are generating like this, and ambivert they are generating like this. So this is what the conclusion. Introvert learners actually they like the diagrams, images, charts, and visual presentation. And extrovert learners are audiobooks and music. So now you can define yourself which one actually you want to like it. Whether it's you are going for the diagrams and the images, maybe YouTube videos, or you want to everything here by the audio. So which kind of learner actually you belongs to? Any answers? So because all the research is about maybe you can do the classification, and if maybe you can do the clustering or anything. Like all the research is about only two things majorly. One is the classification and the clustering. Classification in the sense, if we have some data with that, that maybe we can train the data along with any machine learning model, and then finally we can have the classification. That's the one kind of data. And if we don't have any classification, I mean if we don't have any differentiation between that, we can directly have the clustering method, so that it will be differentiating their maybe the colors or the numbers or quantity or quality, that will be defining grouping. I mean, that's not a grouping, it's a clustering itself, and then we can finally having the results. So now my research is about the whether it's a clustering, whether it's a classification or a clustering. The learning style, whether it's a classification or a clustering. Because if you have a good example only, probably you can understand the concept very well. You can just open up any one of the thing, you can give the answer, whether it's a classification or a clustering. Anyone? Whether am I audible to everyone? Whether am I fast or slow or okay, video is not audible. Voice is not audible. Okay, Gajalakshmi, you have told that. Okay, ma, thank you. Yes, answer is correct. It is the classification, because I just classification of the learner. So that the same way we can classify the problems. We can classify the maps. We can classify pages. We can classify the viruses. We can classify the bacteria based on the nature. So research is about we can do the clustering or classification. Okay, initially. So my research is about the classification. And finally, we can have the these two kind of the learners. Actually, we have made it. One is the introvert and extrovert. Based on their brain waves, actually, we are made it. Okay, so this is about the simple research. I'm just explaining for how actually I have conducted, and how actually I published the paper on that. So now I will go for the actual fundamentals, which we are about to know and everything. See, normally, initially, if we want to conduct any kind of the research questions, we have to follow of the five things initially. One is whether the research is feasible or not. Please discuss with your faculties and discuss maybe the academic and the senior people. So they will be guiding you whether the research is feasible or not. Then you have to form the research question must be interesting and novelty and ethical and also relevant. So that way we have to make the research question, especially if you want to conduct any survey like this, you have to conduct this FINER. So FINER is the method you have to conduct the research of the the questions. So normally in your class, if you have 60 students or 70 students, you can pick maybe their location from other Dharmapuri district or Tirupur district or Velur district. So you just pick one or two people for each district or each places. Then your geographically you can pick that those persons, and then maybe a female, male or female, you just pick from those multi where I said. Then you can make the population. You cannot conduct the research for the whole college at the same time. So you have to collect the, I mean, you have to choose the different people, and then only you can make the sample population. So this is the way we have to conduct the efficient research. At least for the 90% of accuracy, we can make it. So for the sampling, we have to see the small example I can giving you. The topic is changing a style of media consumption post COVID-19 pandemic with a special reference to the OTT platform and its impact. So this is the research topic. So changing the style of media consumptions. This is the, let's say this is the research topic about. So how actually we can collect the data? So normally we have to make it their thesis objectives. So this is objective, you have to define maximum 3 to 4 objectives you can define it. Maybe the PhD or research proposals, or maybe the research paper. So anything you can make it to the 3 to 4 research objectives, which is very crisply you have to define it. So normally we know that what is our aim. So our aim is to study, to examine how COVID-19 has changed the media consumption style of the people with a special reference to OTT platforms. Now there are 3 things you have to define it as the objective. One is to examine the media consumption style of the audience amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Then another is to identify the reasons of growing consumption of the OTT platforms today, and to observe the mental and physical consequences of media consumption of post-COVID-19 pandemic. So these are the 3 objectives. Actually, I have defined it. So any other objective, any possibility of the objective, because you know what is the OTT platform. You can choose whether the OTT platform, maybe the which language, whether you are choosing with the Tamil or English or Hindi. So that kind of also you can make it into one more objective. Am I correct? So unless until if you have a example, we cannot proceeding with the actual concept of the research. So this is a simple example. The example is changing the style of media consumption. So from that only we just defining of the thesis objectives. Now the research questions. How actually we can conduct the survey from the research. I mean from the people. So the research question is important. If you are a MBA, or even though you are a MCA or M.sc, this kind of master degrees, first initially you can go for the research questions for to conduct the survey. Survey, there are 2 methods you can conduct it. One method is completely by the Google form you can conduct it, or normally the text also, I mean the paper pen model also you can conduct it. Otherwise you have a chat board. You can design the chat board, and then you can conduct the research questions. So that way only I have collected in my own PhD. So the same way, these are the questions. Which OTT platform are trending and preferred by the audiences? And what are the impacts of changing a media consumption style of people, particularly on their physical and mental health? And why has the media consumption style changed amidst the COVID-19 pandemic? And what are the advantages and disadvantages of the OTT media platforms today? So these are the research questions actually you are asking to the people, those who have to answer it. So that from the answer actually we are creating the data sets, and maybe the Excel file you just creating it, and then that will be uploaded into the any kind of the data set platforms, because your research question is like this, your research objective is like this, and this many people have responded in this much crowd, and these are the results actually responded, so that anyone can use it, okay, on your own research data sets. So importance of the thesis objectives, importance of the thesis objectives and research questions. Now the other one is, so whatever the study we are consulting, before formulating any questions, we have to define the thesis objectives for the any kind of the framework. So, and also we have to refer then and there. So unless until if you are not referring what actually you are already referred, that is not actually the part of the research. Since we are so for this simple calculation, you may refer with the OTT platforms, you may refer with the research or surveys conducted by any other authors. You may refer with the kind of the data mining algorithms and machine learning algorithms also. You may refer with how the databases can be created from the survey to the data sets, how actually we are going to create that kind of papers also you can refer it. So and then whatever the references you may please it make it the other references. So this is the way we can make a small set of the kind of the groups. Where is the abstract and what is the your implementation and what is the methodology you are going to do it and what are the references and what is the survey actually you have conducted. So each and everything, maybe a paper or maybe you have a PPT. So everything you can make it in order. So first of all, whenever you are going to do the paper, especially a research paper, first implement it, completely implement it. Then only you can go for the actual documentation. So for implementation, this much kind of the things actually we need to have. First of all, you just execute it, implement it, and then you have the research output on that. And according to the source of information, these are the things actually we can make it. So whether you can go for the surveys or polls or interviews or focus groups, observations, these are the things actually we can make for the primary research. So whatever I have told it, that's kind of the primary research. So we are going to conduct the survey, we are going to create the data sets, and we are actually going to evaluate it, whether this this is about the classification or clustering. The same way you have doing with the online research. So everything paper are downloaded, everything paper or data sets, everything downloaded from the online research itself, and the literature research also online, and the case study research also sometimes. So there is no data locally collected. So everything from the online, that's online research, literature research, completely literature review also we can make a paper, and finally case study research also we can make a paper. So normally I prefer to do only with the primary research, because if you do the primary research only, we can give we can make it a good knowledge of the research. The output will become a very good knowledge. Since my PhD is about the learning style find out, so whether the learners are introvert learner or extrovert learner. So that's kind of the research. It's a primary research. Okay. If I am making for the secondary research, I may go with the data sets which is already available, and I just download the data sets and I will apply the learning algorithms, machine learning algorithms, and then based on the previous work for the researchers, I can improve the maybe the frequency or any other doubts. Yeah, frequency or anything I can improve it, and then I can make our research. Yeah, someone can you mute? Thank you. So again, I'm telling it. The primary research is the fundamental research. Can you, one of you, mute yourself? Abhi Kumar, can you mute yourself, please? I don't have any option to mute. Okay. Yes. If it is audible, okay, I'm fine. I can handle with that. Okay, thank you. Still there. Okay. So the primary research is about the fundamental research type is defined by the fact that the data is collected directly from the source. Maybe the scientific research or kind of the drug detection or medicine informations, or for animal research or anything is about the primary research. So even though for the marketing survey, or how many people are maybe happily they are working, how many people prefer to buy this kind of the car, how many people are preferring go for e-commerce. So this everything is kind of the primary research. For secondary research, it's a research developed with information of secondary sources which are generally based on the scientific literature and other documents compiled by the other researchers. So if you are using some kind of the results or data from some other researchers, so then that will become a secondary research. So again, we have the 5 types. One is the example and definitions, types and importance and analysis, which we have the datas. So what are the types of the datas we can have it before going for the actual research? One is the examples and definitions and types of the data and importance of the data, and finally whether we can analyze this or not. So according to how the data is observed or taken as a record, so there are a lot of literature reviews we can make it, and then field research study also we can involve it, and laboratory results also is possible for the scientific research for chemical or biotech or this platform, and mixed research methodology. If you are a computer science but you can do the biotech research, so that's kind of mixed research methodologies. And also for the other basic domain is whether you are going for the basic research or applied research. So that is also possible. Whether for the basic research, nowadays normally no one is doing for the basic research, because very rare only the now in India the very rare. For example, in IAS and data sciences and IIT, these people, I mean those who are the domain of the chemical and food processing, as well as the domains called the basic sciences, so they only doing the basic research. That's a fundamental research. They may be creating a theories and those things. And nowadays, actually, we are in the era of the applied research. So normally we are making everything with the commercial applications and the specific questions whichever is asking from the basic research. So sometimes we can go for the theoretical research, but theoretical research not actually encouraged by the researchers nowadays. Because for the publications, we need some kind of the strong outcome. So then only it is possible to publish the paper. And for applied research, there are 4 kind of things we can apply. One is a STEM field. We used to call as the science, technology, and engineering, and also medicine or mathematics. So anything can be done for the M. So STEM platform, that is for the applied research we can make it. So again we can derive with the 2 things. One is the technological applied research and scientific applied research. Yeah. So and also with the exploratory research and descriptive research. So I'm just giving some buzzwords. One less just having a familiar on that. No need of exploring everything, and also correlational research. So these are the things. Actually, we are in a different type of the research, but everything have their own domains and expertise on that. So now, from the data, whatever we are collecting it, so we have the experimental research and non-experimental research. We have conducted the experiment, then that become the experimental research. We are not at all conducting the experiment, then that become the non-experimental research. Okay. So, and also QC experimental research, that will be the maybe existing population. If you are collecting the same kind of the research with the same kind of the population, then that become the QC experimental, because we can divide the population and then we are creating the collecting the information. That become the QC experimental research. So other than that, I think we can see from the next classes. I mean the upcoming, because totally for the whole day I am doing a lot of very new things. It won't be good, and I should give a very then and there I have to give the good example whenever I am just introducing a new topic. Now actually we are floor is open for your own questions and your own ideas. We have another 5 minutes of time. We can discuss detailing. Okay, I just switch off my views. Now you can make it for your complete question and answer session. What is actually today what we observed, and what actually we can make it for tomorrow, and whether what actually you have taken away today, and what are the different questions actually you are having it right now. Now the floor is open for your questions, because we have I just go through it because the research methodology is the subject you have to learn for a semester, at least 45 hours of needed theory. I mean, at least you need a 45 hours of the time to read about the complete research methodology. I made it for the 45 minutes. Okay, I can understand your difficulty, but anyway, if you have a questions, especially on your own ideas, you can ask maybe in a chat, as well as enable your mic, and then you can ask whether it can be possible to do research in this domain, whether the data can be collected or not, whether the data, where the data is available or not. So you can do, you can ask any questions. The floor is for you. No other doubts or many doubts? Okay, sir, I had taken personally classification of my research. Okay, good. Can you suggest me how can I proceed with it? Okay, can you enable your mic, Vita? Personality classification, right? Am I correct? Okay, no issues. I will answer it. So for the personality things, classification, and you can do only with the questionnaires. The questionnaires maximum try to limit the questionnaires. You can start with initially 30 to 40 questions with the 50 of crowd. Just make an analysis of it. The 30 to 40 questions is enough. I mean, whether it's a needed or not, and then you can reduce the questions. You can reduce it for the 20 questions for the next survey, and you just compare with the 40 questions and 20 question results, and then you can actually, again you have to reduce with the only 10 questions. So that way you have to, while conducting the survey itself, you can be optimize it completely on your research. Then you can make a very good research outcome. So don't go with the large quantity of the questions. Are you getting it? Subita? Okay. Yes, maximum 10 to 15 questions is more than enough. But make sure that every question has their own value on it. Yeah. For sentimental analysis, normally I prefer to go with the online data, because there are a lot of online data are available for the sentimental analysis, especially if you go with the Twitter analysis or simple like maybe ID, the film review analysis, or like election results analysis, or survey, marketing analysis, share marketing analysis. There are a lot of plenty of the data is already available in sentiment analysis platform. So you can go with that. And along with that, NLP, if you want to go with, then you have to collect your own data, NLP. So maybe the mobile purchasing, yeah, for mobile purchasing, you can go with the e-commerce analysis. Like you can go with any domain, like Flipkart or anything. They have the multiple results, their review, and number of points, whether all the 5 stars, and which model of the mobile, and whether that model mobile is available right now or it's existing or not. So you can check out and then you can do it, because your result should be a very good outcome for the future. So if the mobile model is already existing, already our mobile model is already not available, then your results is not a good results. So that should be good impact to the society. Okay, please make sure on that. Okay, Gurumurthy. Thank you very much. Yes, okay, good. Okay. Anything else? No more questions. So we'll continue for the next class also. For